So this is a procedure for sewing your strip sets together. You've cut them together. You've cut your strips and you've bundled them together with your band. So we remove the band, and this is strip set 1 and 2. You're going to use that label again, so hang on to it. There are 5 fabric number 1s and 4 fabric number 2s. So the first strip set is sewing a 1 with a 2 in the middle, another one on the outside. Then the second set is the number 2 fabric, a number 1 fabric, and a number 2. Then the last set is a 1, a 2, and a 1. So if you look here, this is forming the 9 patch. So you're going to pick up the sets. This is a set, like this. This is a set. And this is the set. One of the first things to do is when you pick up your fabric is to match your selvages so that your end of your fabrics match. So you're going to match the ends and you're going to sew till you get to the end of the strip. It's a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And my machine sews really fast, so I'm going to do this as fast as I can. My foot has a little lip on it, so it kind of holds the fabric in place as it goes through. Another way you can do it is by taking painter's tape or masking tape and cutting several layers and creating a ledge for yourself there that the fabric butts up against, and so it keeps your seam allowances all at that 1/4 inch seam. Okay, you can stop it for a minute. At this stage, I finger press that seam to the outside and put the other strip here, matching again your selvages. So when you get to the other end, this will probably end up being uneven, but at least at this end where you're going to cut from, when you make your strips, when you make your little sections, it'll be even to start with. So again, you're going to sew another 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Pause it.
Recording.
Okay, so now I'm going to finger press it so that seam is to the outside. Line my fabrics up. 1/4 inch seam allowance again. Part of why I'm showing you the sewing of this strip is so that when you see when it gets to the end that it's going to probably be uneven. Also, when you're sewing your strips together, don't pull them. These are cut across the grain of the fabric, which is kind of stretchy. So be very gentle with your fabrics as you match them together and feed them under your sewing machine. Don't pull them and stretch them because you'll have inaccurate squares. So we're going to get to the end of this. My machine also has a foot cutter, so that's a nice feature on it. So this also, the seam gets pressed to the outside, but see, this is how the strips are different lengths, so you end up with an uneven end. When we cut, we're going to cut from this end. So this is the second set of strips. This has fabric 1 in the middle and fabric 2 on the outside, where this one had fabric 1's here and a 2 in the middle. This is the opposite. When you sew this together, when you press your seams, you're going to press them to the inside. So I've sewn this fabric 2 and fabric 1 together. On this one, you're going to finger press that seam towards the center fabric. Then start again with your number 2 fabric on top of the 1 to complete this set.